good morning and welcome to the highway. Title of the video today is Can Old Guys Still Ride? Well, I think this title ought to be I've changed my mind. Maybe it should be Everybody Can Ride. You know, a lot of people can't get on a motorcycle for health reasons. And you know, a lot of people just have never had the experience and the training to ride a motorcycle. So there's, you know, quite a few people that haven't been able to get out on the road and join this lifestyle. VANDERHALL changed all that. You know, myself, I've been riding, I rode a Harley for 40 years, I've been on motorcycles for 50 years of my life. And after a while, the accidents added up, reached the point where I just couldn't ride a motorcycle anymore. VANDERHALL changed all that and really made a difference to get me back out on the highway. And just some basics about the VANDERHALL. Amazing vehicle, built in Provo, Utah. VANDERHALL started putting out vehicles, this Venice in particular, they started putting these out in 2017. So they are a relatively new company. And this is a 2018 Venice. And just the basics, it's got a 4-cylinder GM engine. It's a 1.4 Love Code engine, and it's got a turbo. Now, I upgraded it a bit with a tune. Got it up to 230 horsepower from the original 180. And for a 1,450-pound vehicle, it goes, to say the least. Now, if you do see my speedo, you know, over the speed limit, no worries. It isn't calibrated very well, so, you know, if the speedo says 90, you know, it's probably about 20 miles an hour off, so I'm really just doing 70. So, no worries. But VANDERHALL really has changed the game. I mean, I tried, after I could no longer ride a motorcycle, just a straight-up two-wheeler, I tried the Can-Am Spider. And it still wasn't going to work for me. Too much pain. And so when I saw the VANDERHALL, I knew that was the vehicle for me. What an amazing creation they've come up with. Steve Hall from VANDERHALL Motorworks, Provo, Utah. You know, congratulations, man. You came up with an amazing vehicle. Now, VANDERHALL being a young company, they don't have a ton of dealers yet, but they have combined with a lot of the Harley and the Indian dealers, so it's a good combination. And VANDERHALL has made it possible for a lot of people to enter into the sport that wouldn't normally have. You know, they might have not ever had a chance to get going with a motorcycle, never had the training, and never really felt that was, you know, a risk factor. And you know, there it is. There's that risk factor. You know, what can you afford to do if you have a family? Motorcycle accidents can be devastating. Take my word for it. That's why I'm not riding a Harley right now. But with the VANDERHALL, you have an opportunity to get back out on the road, and it's fantastic. You know, and also, by the way, I do wear, you can look in my little mirror there, I do wear a helmet. Now, this is designated an autocycle, or in this state a motorcycle, so different states, different registrations, because I had to go through the 3-wheel motorcycle course. But in, like I said, California, you can go ahead and just ride, but wear a helmet. There's too much stuff flying around on the road, and if a big chunk of a semi-truck tire, you know, hits you between the eyes, it will lower your IQ considerably. So, you know, don't do it. Wear the helmet. Just that safety factor. And, you know, that is the difference between a Harley or any motorcycle and a VANDERHALL. It's a big difference. You're in a protected cabin. The vehicle is built with a solid aluminum tub all the way around you, and you have somewhat of a crumple zone. Now, this has not been crash tested, but from anecdotal reports, people have been relatively well protected. Remember, you are very low to the ground. You know, still that factor that you have to really watch yourself like you do on a motorcycle, because you aren't that visible. But you know, VANDERHALL, it does get some respect. You're out there. I've actually had the Harley riders waving at me. So people really enjoy the vehicle. But with a VANDERHALL, again, it just opens up the market for everybody. And you know, younger couples can get together and ride in this, and you're side by side in the cabin, so you can have a conversation. You know, you're not using the Bluetooth communicators just to talk to one another. So it's really an improved situation, especially for a couple. And you know, people are making the trade. The VANDERHALL is already very popular You know, you've got couples in particular. I saw at Sturgis, a lot of people were trading in that full dress Harley for a Vanderhall. You know, and again, I digress. The safety factor for a Vanderhall versus a motorcycle, there's just no comparison. You've got seat belts, you've got anti-lock brakes, you've got, let's see, you got traction. See, I am old. The senility just keeps coming on. Don't call me Joe. But the Vanderhall does have much increased safety. You're on 3 wheels. You're not going to go down on gravel. And it makes a big difference. You know, and now this is considered an auto cycle. So in a lot of states, you don't need a 3-wheel motorcycle. And boy, that was fun. In my home state of Washington, I had to get a 3-wheel motorcycle license. And that was a 2-day course and 8 hours a day. So I had to go through a very extensive course. You know, for somebody that's ridden as long as I have, that's probably not a bad thing to, you know, get refreshed on all the rules, that type of stuff going on. But it is extensive, and you're going to spend some time getting it. But hey, it's well worth it. So then you can ride the 3-wheelers. But in other states, and a lot of them, including California, just your driver's license does the trick. So that's a pretty nice setup. Well, we're here in Mount Rainier National Park. Great views everywhere you look. Well worth the drive. And we're just about to the highlight up here. Mount Rainier. So let's answer that question. Can old guys still ride? Absolutely. In fact, anybody can ride a Vanderhall. You can get out on the road, you can pull that motorcycle gear out of the closet and really enjoy yourself. You know, price-wise, Vanderhall Venice, you can get a starting base model Venice Blackjack, starts at about 25 grand. You can go up to the Venice, that's about 30. And now they have the Carmel, which has doors, getting fancy now, doors and a roof, no windows yet, and just about $32,000. And Vanderhall has even come up with, shocker, an electric Vanderhall. Now, I'm not sure that I would enjoy the vehicle without those great engine sounds. But if you're into the electric vehicles and you want a great little roadster, you know, that electric vehicle is a good alternative. So Vanderhall has hit that market, and that's $32,500, and you're not going to pick up a lot of really high quality electric vehicles for $32,500, certainly not a Tesla. So Vanderhall's got that part of the market. So really it's opened up the riding market to a lot of people who normally wouldn't ride a motorcycle with a safety factor. And it's a lot of enjoyment. So hey, thanks for checking in with me today. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. We got more videos coming up, more great highways to ride in the Pacific Northwest. And if there's something you'd like to know about the Vanderhall or a particular road you'd like to see, leave a comment for me. You have a great day. Thanks.